Shalom. She brother Manatazak coming at you with another lesson. I'm on Instagram and came across this video by this girl whose handle is Paradise Paris. And she posted some videos explaining why black women are the least married demographic. And she's right, they are. 70%, if not more, of black women are single. And despite the fact that black women are also the most educated demographic in America. They did a study on that years ago. She's responding to, I believe, a comment or a video that shows white girls at their graduation who are also engaged to be married. And someone asked her, why is that not the reality for black women? And she basically breaks it down and tries to explain. Now, unfortunately, she did not mention the curses, because that's the real reason black women are the least married, the least desired demographic. Most men don't want black women. You look in Hollywood and movies and you see that black women are never the object of affection. It's never a woman who looks like her skin complexion. As they're never in mainstream movies, not black movies. I'm talking about like black movies like Love Jones and stuff like that. No, I'm talking about mainstream so-called crossover movies. Black women are never the object of affection. It's always a white woman, or it's an Asian woman, or it's somebody of another race or ethnicity. But it's never a Jake woman of the Southern Kingdom. And so she just basically she basically just goes into what's the cause that leads to black women being so under desired and under married. What they're not realizing, what she don't know, is that scripture says 7 women shall take hold of one man in the last days, which we are easily coming up on. We are in that time almost right now. And you're seeing it, that women themselves are actually having these conversations, or even asking these questions and asking these questions, because I don't think that they used to. I don't think it mattered to them. When they took the pill, when the so-called white man told them that if they wanted child support, they got to get rid of the man. Can't have a man in the house. So that's what they did. They chose the help of the so-called white man and not their man. So black women not being desired, not being married is really of their own doing. It's their own fault. They got rid of us. So you made you drew first blood, and now you can't deal with it. Now you're regretting it. You made a covenant with the devil, and now you're regretting it. I don't feel sorry for neither one of them. But let's just listen in on what she said. We're gonna begin in part 1 and just see how this pans out. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section.
Differences in response to a group of white girls who are sitting at their graduation engaged. And the question came up, well, why is there not the reality for black women? I know y'all not gonna like what I gotta say, but you know me, I'm gonna say it anyways. First and foremost, black women are above reproach. If it don't validate us or excuse our bad behavior, we don't want to hear it. Instead, we'll say, well, men do it too. Secondly, we'll find every excuse in the world to validate why we don't want to be married or why we don't want to be in a relationship. Well, they get cheated on. Well, they do this. Well, they do that. But then we have all these standards for men, and we're still actively seeking for men in the midst of our hurt while inadvertently telling them to go to therapy. We do not practice what we preach. Thirdly, the independent woman is a myth. Actually cared about being independent and it was something that made you happy, you would not have all these standards to negate your independence. Nobody wants to relinquish power. Find every excuse in the world to not be submissive and wonder why white women can get away with their bad behavior. We take everything bad from white women, except for the fact using marriage to our own benefit. But you'll run to the child support office, though. argue equality against men, and the only time we actually want to be equal to men is when it comes to degenerate behavior, hypersexuality, abusing or abandoning children. Even when it comes to the gold digger conversation, what you don't see those other women do, even when they are just screwing men for money, is bashing men, inadvertently making men feel like they're not important. Also, too, telling them that they don't need men. Psychologically, we have been taught to disassociate ourselves. And even in that Malcolm X quote where he says the black woman is the most disrespected, he also says to be near your man. Because who taught you to hate the very race of a group of white girls who are sitting at their I knew what I said was going to cause some tension, and that's okay. I stand on everything I said. But since y'all are having such a disconnect, let me go ahead and break it down for you. You don't have to go to college to find a man. But what's not common is you don't see a lot of black women sitting in the audience either engaged or married, even though we are the most enrolled. On top of that, 1 in 4 of us are married. So, even though black men marry us at higher rates than they marry outside of their race, and they are the demographic that marries interracially the most, they're still not marrying black women at substantial rates compared to other races. White women almost double in marriage. Yep. What I'm speaking to is a mentality. Black women is the only group of women that says things as a collective. I don't need a man. I'm strong and independent.
Now, who
Fuck a
taught
nigga
y'all
get
that?
money. I can raise my kids on my own. I can do everything by myself. We're the only group of women that disassociate ourselves from our men. And the very moment that they come with their preferences in response to our standards, we have the audacity to say things like they're insecure, sassy, zesty, misogynistic, or they just simply hate black women. Y'all don't practice what you preach. A lot of y'all are trying to heal from the hurt that your father caused, and you taking it out on every man as if you've dated every black man, and then we'll have the audacity to say, well, these men are not doing this, these men are not doing this. The definition of insanity is doing something the same way, expecting some different results, and y'all keep doing stuff the same way because it's a mentality. So I'm fine if you want to argue, but make sure you can sustain. I knew what I said was gonna cost.
Fuck a nigga, get money. I spoke over that part. That's the part you didn't hear. Probably didn't come through on the video, but that's what she said. Fuck a nigga, get money. That's what they say. Because she's saying that's what, as a collective, that's what black women say. Fuck a nigga, get money. Yeah. And who taught y'all that? Who taught y'all that? You see, that taught y'all to disassociate yourselves from the man. Who made you do? No. Who did not make? Nobody made you do it. He gave you a choice. Esau gave you a choice, and you took it. You took it for welfare, so you can get food stamps. You gave up your man for food stamps, and now you mad that he don't want you? Bitch, y'all bitches is crazy. So we can clearly see that the black woman and all women are out of order, but only the black woman is suffering through these curses as they deserve. This is just, this is textbook, man. They are suffering from, what they're really suffering from is the fallout of their own choices. You made this choice. You made the bed. Now you're lying in it. Now you're complaining that you gotta lie in it alone, because your man is in another woman's bed, a woman who don't look like you. Because you done already ran him out the house, remember? See, so when the government gave you that option, gave you that choice, you chose wrong. You did not choose us. You chose Esau and his covenant, and the covenant that you made with him. That's what you chose, because that's more important to you. His welfare was more important to you nigger women, than having a man in the house. Than being a wife. That's what was more important to you. Catching the crumbs that fell off the white man's table was more important to you. The hand-me-downs from the so-called white man was more important to you than being a wife. You broke up the black family. You did that. And now you're complaining? No, you don't get to complain. And if you want to complain, do it somewhere else, because we don't want to hear it. You made your bed, now lay in it. Shalom.